To Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com. We're with you here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, delivering live free picks here for today's action. So make sure you're with us by liking and subscribing. Of course, set those notifications. You want to be live with us so you can bet into the best possible numbers when you watch us live. And also want to remind you of our promo running on our site. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link in the description, click the All Cappers tab, and then getting signed up. We'd also love to hear from you, so post your picks in the comments below. All right, let's take a look at who's on with us this afternoon. With us is Dylan Guessman, Ramon Scott, and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get the show underway here. Let's welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com, where she's been on fire over atop the leaderboard. So let's bring her in right now. Mindy, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. All right, here we go. At 9:30 Eastern Time tonight on MLB Network. We have the Angels with that horrible losing streak all over their heads right now, facing the Red Sox. The Red Sox just seem to be squeaking by some of these games, even adding to the agony for the Angels. Angels $1.20, total sits here at 8.
Right. I mean, it's only been a 14-game, losing streak. But yeah, the Red Sox, on the other hand, they're sitting on a 7-game win streak. But it has been versus, some, teams that have a little to be desired right now with the Angels and the Athletics. But you got Nick Pivetta here on the mound for the Red Sox. He's 5-4 in the season, 3.50 ERA, 58 Ks. His only start versus Angels has been a no decision thus far. And then, of course, you have Ohtani here on the mound for the Angels. He's at 3-4 on the season, 3.99 ERA, 65 Ks. He is 2-1 versus Boston. And Ohtani, just has been struggling a bit as, he was about 9-2 last year, MVP, and now really struggling here, this year. Boston here does have, the better stats. They have the second best batting average here in the whole Major League of Baseball. But, they just haven't really been very consistent either. It looks like some of these times, when they blow big leads to teams like the Orioles and stuff like that, maybe they kind of given up on the season. And then you have the Angels that looks like, well, maybe they've kind of given up on their season here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Angels are also, 7th in the league in home runs. But, of course, then you have a Mike Trout. That has been upgraded from questionable to probable. So maybe like a 75% chance that he's going to play tonight. I'm hoping that he does. I just kind of looked up the latest injury report. That's kind of still where it sits. Haven't seen anything, definite yet. Angels here have only been losing by, 1 run in their last 3 games here, to Boston. So for me, I'm, hoping Ohtani here, he has a little bit better outing. Pivetta, he's been playing pretty well, but I like the Angels to finally break the skid here. It's not like, the Angels can, lose all of the games here the rest of the season. So I'm taking the Angels -120.
All right, Minnie says take the Angels here -120 against the Red Sox, but agonizing for their fans. Of course, as for the Angels with these 1-run decisions, I mean, you're finally getting pitching, you can't get the hitting. That's just got to be the most frustrating.
I know, right?
Everything was broken. The pitching was broken, and the hitting was there. Now the hitting's broken, and the pitching's there. It's just got to be very frustrating when that's working against you.
That's right. I mean, because really I don't think the Angels really have, that deep of a lineup. I mean, they really have Ohtani, and Mike Trout. But they usually have enough to squeak by or can get hot. Like I said, they still hit a lot of home runs, even though they haven't been scoring a lot. So, I mean, it's kind of going to be feast or famine with them. I'm just hoping that today might be one of those days. I'm not super confident in this one. That's why it's no premium for me. But I like the Angels anyway.
Yeah, let's see if they
so
can.
I'm rooting for them here tonight.
Yeah, see if they can get through here with the Angels. Yeah, I was just looking at the game last night, and their relief pitcher looked like he was a fast pitch softball pitcher. The way I don't know if you happened to see him pitch last night. He served up the game winner to the Red Sox, but it was kind of funny looking at the way it goes on. But you know what's funny?
Yeah, I was watching Oklahoma and Texas, so that was probably the better game.
Yeah, that was probably no doubt about that one. And I don't know what you think about Rendon. He's been out for much of this streak. I mean, is he that valuable that he misses? He's out, and the team goes on a 14-game losing streak. Is he that valuable to this team? Because you're right, there isn't a whole lot of stock power. They make the joke out here in Southern California, the Dodger fans, that the Angels are nothing but stars next to scrubs. So that's been the going joke here for years over here.
Well, I mean, I think that's what's going to have to happen with the Angels here, right? I mean, I think they're either going to have to probably, start selling off some players, or, they're going to have to decide that they want to win now, and get some better starting pitchers. I mean, I think that's what it's kind of coming down to. Pitching, I think, he's probably more valuable than what we thought. I think it has a lot to do with maybe this, with them having that big losing streak,
Yeah, there's not really his value, replacement value. WAR, I guess, is what you look at it. I don't think there isn't a whole lot of depth in this Angels team. So you get a star down like that, and look what happens. So we got Mindy here. Angels -120 against the Red Sox. This one will have a start time of 9:38 Eastern time over on MLB Network. All right, Mindy, let's click over at TonySpix.com. We've been performing great work up over at the site. As we take a look here, your hockey numbers here have been fantastic. We do have a hockey game tonight, really good one here with the Rangers and Lightning. Of course, still a lot of baseball here on the card. We are getting some games starting here, so that does limit it a little bit. What do you have going on over at TonySpix.com?
Yeah, my numbers for NHL tonight are very thin. So I have opted not to make a play in this one tonight. I went all Major League Baseball. I have 9 picks here today. I think I already have like 3 in play here. Won my first one with the Reds in the first 5. Off to a good start here today. I think I'm at like 9 and 3 out of my last 12 starts here for Major League Baseball. So sitting pretty hot right now. So it's a good time to go ahead and get with hot cappers, as we've talked about. We tend to be, kind of streaky. We go on a big run and then have a little bit of time, get caught back up, and then go again. So, I mean, right now is a good time to catch my 3-pack. I have one here for tonight, so you can take a look at that. Or if you want to go something a little bit longer, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day pass. Also have all of Major League Baseball available here as well for a nice price, where you can just use Tony's promo code and get the rest of the Major League season here for Major League Baseball.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Mindy Hahn over at TonySpace.com, showing great numbers here in the NHL. Also showing great profit yesterday, coming off a monster day yesterday. Of course, she has a 3-pack today from Major League Baseball. Affordable pricing, just $25 for Mindy's 3-pack from MLB. Also, as you mentioned, the long-term passes. You have her 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. Get all of premium plays here from Mindy from that period of time you select when you go to her handicapper page and you make that purchase. She also has the regular season of baseball. There's still a lot of baseball. We go right into end of September, so lots of baseball remain here with the regular season pass. $555.55. Of course, when you take 20% off that, that amounts to a good savings there. It's almost 100. That's about let's see, we're doing math here. $111 off when you use the promo code on Mindy's regular season money grabber right now. Regular season pass for Major League Baseball. Of course, her long-term passes, the 1-month pass will get you a month of baseball, hockey, and NBA, WNBA as well. She mixes some of that in there when those games are scheduled. So get on board with Mindy Hahn. Of course, that promo code, you'll save 20% off any of the premium packages or all of them. You can add more than one to your basket, and you can 20% off each one of them when you use our promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Right, Mindy, it's always great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up again with you tomorrow.
Thank you. And I have placed my own wager on Texas plus 5.5 runs today for the Women's College World Series, if you have access to that as well.
There you go. A nice little bonus play from Mindy Hahn has been following. Yeah, free pick there. She's been following. You were in collegiate softball, right?
I did play. I went to the Women's College World Series 3 times back in the 90s, so I'm getting old now.
All right. No, you don't.
That's why. And I wish I had the same, bat technology that they did now from when I played.
Oh yes.
So.
Yes. I know what
they barely now. Connect and hit it out of the park nowadays.
Yep, exactly. All right, Mindy, enjoy and continue the success. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
You got it. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Hey, we're with you Game Day Picks Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be live with us. So when we get our picks, you guys are able to get the best numbers, set notifications, and subscribe. Let's continue on here now with the show. Let's go ahead and welcome in Dylan Guesswin. You find him over at TonySpace.com, where he's been on fire. Let's bring him in right now. Dylan, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, doing great. About you?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go. Tonight, 7:20 Eastern Time, MLB Network will have the Braves here hosting the Pirates. We have Atlanta here, big favorites, 270, total of 9.
Yeah, so it took a while, but defending world champs are starting to look like they're ready to defend their crown again. Braves still trail the Mets by a considerable margin and at least. They're red hot right now, and they've moved into the 1 wild card spot in the NL. Braves average 4.39 runs per game, which is 15th in baseball and 15th in team batting average, third in home runs, third in slugging percentage. On the mound for the Braves here, we're going to have Max Fried, who sits at 5-2 record, ERA at 2.74. In his last start against Colorado, he went 8 innings, giving up just 2 hits and 0 runs. Pirates, they're going to try to stay afloat here in the NL wildcard race. It's really been a struggle for them. They came into this series a few games under 500, third in the NL Central, averaging 3.5 runs per game, just 28th in the league, and a 27th in batting average, 23rd in home runs, 26th in slugging percentage. So offense among the worst in the league currently. On the mound for the Pirates, we're going to have JT Brubaker, who's going to sit 0-5 record with an ERA of 4.7. His last start against Arizona, he went 4 innings, giving up 8 hits and 6 runs. Looking at some historical trends here, Braves 6-0 in the last 6 games on grass. Pirates 3-19 in Brubaker's last 22 starts on the road. Unders 3-1 in his last 4 starts on the road as an underdog. And the overs 8-2-1 in the Braves' last 11 home games against a team with a losing record. You know, the Pirates here, they've lost 19 of the last 22. You know, that number is only going to get worse here. Max Fried's been really strong all season. In the start, he gave up 0 runs. Look for the Pirates here. Their bats to be cold against Fried, and the Braves are still going to get the job done here. My pick's going to be on the Braves minus 1.5 in this game.
All right, we got Dylan here, Braves run line here against the Pirates. Hard to argue that when you look at these Atlanta Braves right now. I know we went through some season-long numbers, but the Braves are trending much better than that right now. And I think they got a smell here, a run here. They can chase here these Mets who have been kind of got a little cold here in San Diego. So they could. It looks like they're going to be heard from here as they've just been wiping out teams. They just wiped out the Athletics here. That's not even competitive last night against that rookie pitcher. Brubaker is somebody who had a good start against the Dodgers. I surprised the heck out of me, but again, that was just a one isolated start. He has not been really effective at all. Gives up a lot of home runs, walks over 10%. His WHIP is 1.45, ERA approaching 5. But here you got he's facing the Braves right now when they've been at their best this season.
Yeah, absolutely. We were on the Pirates here with Brubaker's last start against the Dodgers here for my premium plays. But in this game here, I'm just not liking it. I think the Braves here are really going to stomp on the Pirates here in this game and take advantage of these lesser teams with these cold bats.
Yeah, and the Pirates didn't get much against that Detroit pitching, but don't knock Detroit. They have a pretty good bullpen. Of course, everything's working right now for Atlanta. Braves run line minus 1.5 runs, minus 135 against the Pirates. This one will have a start time of 7:20 Eastern time. You can watch this beatdown over on MLB Network. All right, Dylan, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com here. We've been doing great work here past 7 days, 603 units of profit. Actually, 703 units of profit. Something just came in because our grading's quick here. You got a tennis one in tonight, so the tennis play coming in as a winner here just as we started the show. So, Dylan, we've got still some baseball up there. We've got some actually CFL. I don't know if you're in action in CFL. I know their season kicks off, as well as we've got one from NHL. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so I got 5 plays for today. I got 3, 1 just cashed already, and we got 2 going on right now. For you guys looking for some more plays for today, I've got a nice MLB 2-pack for you. You can grab for just $25. You're doing really well in the MLB. Going to keep giving you guys winners. Also have a 2-pack in the CFL. There'll be 1 game tomorrow and 1 game on Saturday, I believe. For that 2-pack, so you can pick that up early, get those numbers in, keep delivering those winners. For your best value, grab a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass over my page. You can get access to all my picks. Like I said, I had 5 plays today, but by the time the show starts at 3 o'clock Eastern, 3 of them are already happening. So if you guys want to get those winners, make sure you're with that long-term package so you can see all of those plays from me.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Dylan Guessman over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see the numbers here. 703 units of profit last 7 days, all documented. You can verify those numbers by going to Dylan's handicapper page, going to pick history. Of course, we pay a service for the lines, for the odds, the grades, and the scores. So it's an independent service that handles our grading for us over at Tony'sPicks.com. So it's all documented at the site. Of course, Dylan today, a 2-pack here from Major League Baseball. So you can get on board with that. He has a CFL 2-pack. Do you miss football? Well, here we go. We got football. They tackle, they run and tackle in this league, and they block. So it's football. So get on board with Dylan Guessman's CFL pass up there right now. A 2-pack. Of course, your long-term pass will get you is a good value as well. He's got his 6 league plays, weekly 6 league gold mine plays up there. Also 3-day pass, 1 month all sports pass with 8 leagues here. Dylan's in action a lot with a lot of action here. So get on board that 1 month pass, $329. All of Dylan's premium plays for 1 month When, of course, he's in action with 8 leagues, so a good time to get on board. We see plays from tennis, WNBA, sometimes some golf matchups, soccer matchups, baseball, as well as all the major sports as we talked about. Now looking into CFL, WNBA. So get on board with Dylan. Of course, we can save you $66 off that 1-month all sports pass when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Dylan's page by clicking the link in the description, click the all cappers tab, and get signed up. And that 20% off is good on any premium package over at Tony'sPicks.com. Could be a one-off, could be a long-term season. You make the choice. And you can also bundle them together for multiple discounts on multiple purchases. All right, Dylan, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. So hope to catch with you again tomorrow.
Sounds great, Tony. Will do.
You got it, Dylan. Guess one here on Game Day Picks. Hey, we're here with you, Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us so you can bet into the best numbers as we continue on here with Game Day Picks. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. I think we bring him in right now. Ramon, what's happening?
Hey, Tony, good to be with you here. You're talking with Mindy, and I know we've had some, I don't want to say fun at her expense because she's kind of a legend. We've talked about it in the green room or behind the scenes, but I'm not going to say when she played, but she's still 4th all-time in assists at Nebraska Omaha as a third baseman, but 4th all-time in assists at Nebraska Omaha. So she has definitely played the game, let's just say.
Legend in college baseball history. There you go. I don't want to call that. I haven't been here too much, but you can. Yeah, she played very well in her time there in Nebraska Omaha.
Shout out, Mindy.
Shout out to Mindy. Exactly. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball, 6:40 Eastern Time. We have the Marlins here to host the Nationals with the Marlins $1.40. Total shares at plus 120. Of course, the big news in this game is Strasbourg back in the starting lineup for the Nationals.
Well, and that's why I wanted to take a look at this one, Tony. You talk about hometown heroes. Steven Strasbourg, just down the road, covered. He's in my school district, if you will, the one that I cover. I cover the prep scene down here when I'm not handicapping, and followed his career all the way. So this is a big moment for Steven. We know he's had an injury-plagued career, the $245 million man who's had just 7 starts over the last 2 seasons. Tony threw 83 pitches in his last rehab start on Friday, 6 scoreless innings. So I know there's been a lot of talking heads today talking about, how long will Strasbourg go? Is he really just a glorified opener in this one? Well, Steven Strasbourg, despite the fact that they had that, talk about 10 years back now when they had an agreement to shut him down, he does not want to ever be shut down, but he knows what's going on with his health and what's gone on with his, the numbness of 2 years ago, the thoracic injury last year, and he's out there to pitch today as long as he can go. And I expect him to do well, but I don't think he'll go that far. I don't know if he'll even go 5, but I hope he does. And that's where we get, hopefully, into these bullpens. And, of course, Trevor Rogers, who is not the all-star that we saw last year. In 2021, he's 9.24 ERA over his last starts, and ERA over 5, and struggling in a lot of those categories that Tony likes nowadays that we didn't have back in the day, Tony, but the ones that you follow now, I mean, his barrel rates doubled nearly from last year. His K rates way down from close to 10 to about 7 this year, and bottom 20% in ex-WOBA. So Rogers has not been what he was last season. And the Marlins have had, obviously, a very good staff, one of the bright spots of the season for them. The Marlins have lost last 3 of Rogers' starts, and they're 2-8 in his 10 starts this season. Also, 3-0 to the over in those last 3 starts. That's where I'm heading with this one, because once we get out of the bullpen, get into the bullpens with these guys, no teams have been worse than these 2 over the last 10 games. The Nats, 7.68 bullpen ERA over the last 10 games, and the Marlins said, I'll do you one better, 8.25 ERA over the last 10 games. So Nats have been definitely hitting better against left-handers, especially 282 over the last 2 games, except Juan Soto. He's kind of in there. Maybe him and Rendon have been talking on the phone about the good old days, because those 2 guys are kind of struggling a little bit. But for Miami, some guys have been stepping up of late, especially looking like Garrett Cooper, .440 batting average, 1152 OPS over the last 2 weeks. Solaire's been hot. Jazz Chisholm, got to get him started a little bit, but with speed, I don't worry about that so much. I look for speed guys to be able to do. I got also a little nugget here. Barrett behind the plate, 10.5 runs in his 9 games that he's umpired this season. So looking to go over 8.5, Tony, with the Nats and the Marlins. I'm pulling for my guy Steven Strasbourg, really pulling for him to get his career back. Got a lot of money, Tony. Probably doesn't need to do this anymore. He's obviously a veteran past his prime, but World Series MVP 2 years ago. You'd think this guy, has the hunger and desire, knowing the drive that he has throughout his whole career to put things back together. And I'm not saying he's out there trying to earn his money. He's a competitor. We all know that. One of the most fierce guys on the mound as far as determination. And I really hope that Strasbourg can get his stuff together. But today I'm going over 8.5.
All right, Ramon says go over 8.5 here with the Nationals and the Marlins. I can just understand. I'm thinking, looking at Strasbourg, some motivation here as we get to the trading deadline. We saw the Nationals move Scherzer. We could possibly see a move here with Strasbourg to a contender, and there may be some motivation here if Strasbourg comes in really hot in his next few starts here. That could be a possibility.
Well, remember when Strasbourg he basically voided his previous contract to try the water. He got to be a free agent too and ended up re-signing with Washington. So I don't know if the Nats have the motivation or if Strasbourg has that type of motivation. I mean, he's been loyal to this organization. 19 was a magical year. It seems like so long ago, doesn't it? After the pandemic and everything, when the Nationals, especially where they're at now and what's gone on with that franchise. But for Strasbourg, I just think it's something within for him, his grit and determination to be a competitor, to prove people wrong. I mean, he's been doing it his whole career. Remember when they had that shutdown? It was one of the biggest talking points of the season when he was shut down late in the season. I want to say that was 10 years ago now. And of course, the voluntary shutdown, the Nats were still in contention and all that. And, that kind of put a little bit of tarnish on a guy who does not operate that way. I mean, there's no way that he necessarily wanted it, but knew that it was for the betterment of his career. Now, looking back, you could say, and injury-prone guys, that bothers me anytime guys like that get money or not earn their contract. They earn those contracts, but you're just sad and disappointed in a way because no one wants to go out and get injured. But when you're injury prone, that's a label that sticks with you mostly throughout your whole career. I mean, very few instances that we see someone is excel or really excel after that without being sidelined further. So just for Strasbourg, that's been his disappointment, but I don't think it affects his hunger and determination to prove people wrong. At least, whatever is left of his career. And yeah, I mean, he could help someone definitely down the stretch if he can get this season going, and the Nats look to do that. Obviously, it takes some creative financing with a $245 million contract that he has that he just signed a few years ago. So might not even be the richest guy in this neighborhood, Tony. A guy like Jimmy Johnson lives down the street too, but Strasbourg certainly has made it big from our community out here, big time in professional sports.
All right, we got Ramon here on Nationals Marlins over total of 8.5 runs. This one will have a start time of 6:40 Eastern Time, MLB Network. All right, Ramon, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com here for today, showing great profit here in the NBA, showing profit here for the past 24 hours. Of course, we do have some remaining games here from Major League Baseball. That big hockey game tonight. CFL kicks off its season. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
I'm going to be in action tonight, I believe, in the CFL. We got a video up on the game for tonight, Montreal and Calgary. So please go over to Tony's YouTube channel and take a look at my preview of that game where I got a pick on there. I also got a preview in the NHL, but on the site, Tony, we're going to be involved in Major League Baseball tonight. Brought home a winner already today, St. Louis and Tampa Bay under, and we're in action currently with a favorite on the Milwaukee Brewers, Ramon. So Still to come on the 6-game card, we'll have something together in Major League Baseball tonight, kind of focusing on maybe that total in the game that Mindy was talking about. And we'll have some action also in the National Hockey League, aside from my video pick over there, Tony. And CFL all weekend. I got a season-long package already up with a play still to come this weekend, not in tonight's game. Tonight's game I haven't posted yet, but in my season-long package you will get tonight's pick and the pick that I've already posted for the CFL weekend plays. I might be in action in all the games. I've already looked at them all, and I like them all. 4 games a week, Tony. We got football. You said it yourself yesterday, blocking and tackling. That's all that matters, and we're going to have something to watch for the next 2 months or month and a half if you're really a training camp person. But, 2 months before we get into some preseason football, the CFL is always a great way to get it started, and I enjoy it because I go way back with the CFL. I'm not coming on here just fly by night with you, Tony, because we're offering and selling picks. I mean, I go way back to those games that they used to show back when, ESPN couldn't get major contracts, and the CFL was, one of their biggest leagues that they'd show the game. So, even some of the teams that are defunct now, and remember, they even tried to bring in some teams from the United States for a couple of years, but that didn't work too well. But I think it's a good product, and I'm really interested to see what happens tonight. A couple of quarterbacks who have struggled in the preseason, but some names that have definitely made some noise, and some good players on these 2 teams tonight, Montreal and Calgary, and I think there'll be something to watch if you're not into hockey.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, you're going great work here in NBA, winning past 24 hours. CFL passes up there from Ramon. You can get on board with the long-term pass from Ramon. Also, WNBA. You'll see his videos here from WNBA as well as from CFL over on the site. Of course, the long-term passes you can get with Ramon, major sports leagues passes here, 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. You get all of Ramon's premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase on a 1-month pass. Get all of his premium plays for the major sports for the 1 month for $329. You could save $66 when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That's good on any pass, whether you get the 3-month all-sports pass, 1-month all-sports pass, WNBA, CFL. Use it on all of them, and you can bundle them together on it as well and get multiple discounts. So you could use that promo code. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then, of course, getting signed up. All right, Ramon, it's always great having your show. Continue that success. And I know I didn't bring this up because both you and Dylan were in action here as we're getting ready for the Super Regionals in college baseball. I know you guys were heavily in action here, and they should have those games. I see the lines up, but they are for tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, great weekend of super regional action. I know Mindy gave out her softball College World Series pick, but certainly if you look at Dylan and I on the scoreboard from last week, we had a big weekend in the regular regionals. I want to say, and I know everybody could check it out, I think it's 21-5 between the two of us. I had 4 of the losses, but we killed it, and I expect to have a big weekend. I believe I might have been exclusively all totals, Tony. I mean, I know that doesn't surprise you, but to me, that's where I went 14-5 playing all totals. You know where I'm going this weekend in the Super Regionals. I don't have to. There may be a side or two because of the way that the Super Regionals are played out. The series, the way it is not quite the same format as the regular regionals. But I'm pretty sure they'll all be totals. And in fact, I've already have one. I haven't loaded it up yet, but I do have one that I think I have ready to go as I've started to look at the matchups. So Super Regional is going to be exciting. ESPN Plus does a great job. There's one channel on there, Tony. I know you love to give us our TV information, and maybe you saw it. Maybe some of our viewers have seen it. But ESPN Plus shows a channel called The Squeeze Play, where it's kind of like Red Zone for college baseball, and they just bounce from game to game wherever the best action is. So really, you could bet on several games and enjoy just one channel as they move you to the best action throughout the country. I know that's something that you probably would enjoy watching, Tony. And I almost want to mention also, Tony, I got my own little Tony T catchphrase that I do on my videos with the 20% off. One day, 1 year, short term, long term, 20% off with use the promo code Tony T. So, anyways, yeah, Super Regionals definitely gonna be fired up and in action for those. I really want to kill it and keep it going. I'm sure Dylan feels the same way from last week. I appreciate everyone who got on board. It wasn't very well selling, but I appreciate everyone. I hope they were happy with the purchases of the regional packages. I know they were, and I'm expecting more sales this weekend.
So we got some early starts for Friday. It's head-to-head now, right? 2 out of 3. Is that how the format is now?
Yeah. And they play down to the winners of these Super Regionals advance. Maybe we'll go up there and visit Mindy in Omaha and take in the College World Series. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, that would be great. Now, I know sometimes, I hope the weather's good, because I know sometimes they play these games on Monday because there's been some bad weather in the past, so we'll keep an eye there. But as well, get on board here, guys. Check bright and early for you Friday for those Super Regionals from Ramon as well as Dylan there, because they'll be in action because they just tore it up with the Super Regionals last week. So we're narrowing it down here. Of course, we'll have our College World Series document. We'll even have picks from those. So I know Ramon and Dylan have been squaring off on these college baseball games, so keep an eye there and get the long-term passes. All right, Ramon, keep up the great work. We know we see you there. Tony'sPicks.com has put together a Twitter account for you as well.
Yeah, and I'm going way off the board, so if you're looking for something unusual tonight, I don't even know if this one you can get it on a stream, but I've got a CONCACAF Nations League play up there. It's a game I liked, and let's just say it's you're going way off the board with this one, but it's a game that I liked, and I put it up there. I looked at all the CONCACAF Nations Leagues. It's got some smaller of the countries playing today, and I know Paul's got all covered with the Europe Nations League, so I wanted to look at CONCACAF, see if I could come up with something, and thought I came up with one game, and I'm offering it up on Tony's Picks Ramon on Twitter. Follow us all on Twitter. Get more free picks from us every day on our Twitter accounts. I'm at Tony's Picks Ramon.
That's right. It'll be on Paramount Plus, by the way. I just checked it out. Paramount Plus will have those CONCACAF Nations League. All right, Ramon, as always.
Hey, even I've got that one, Tony. Even I subscribe to that one.
All right, Ramon, keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Appreciate you.
You got Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Hey, we're with you Game Day Picks Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you tune into us live and like and subscribe. Of course, subscribe to our channel. Get the live free picks with us so you can bet into the best numbers here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Now it's time for my pick. Let me put up the game information for you here. Going here at 8 Eastern Time, Royals and the Orioles, $1.10 both sides, total 9.5. That's what I'll be looking at. I'll be looking at the total here. We're going to go over total here of 9.5 runs in this one. We got, for the Orioles, we have Jordan Lyles on the hill. Jordan Lyles, I would just say a little less below average starter here. 4.50 ERA, whip about 1.48. Strikeout rate around 20%. Dishes pretty good ground ball rate. It gives up 1 home run per 9 innings. But Chris Bubik has just been a train wreck this season. 7 starts. I'm surprised he's getting another start here. ERA 9.33, whip of 2. The struggling left-hander pitches a very high contact. The strikeout rate is just 14%. 15% walk rate. 2.45 home runs per 9 innings. We've got an issue here with the Royals. They've dropped 8 of 9. Their bullpen has just been a train wreck here. And, of course, the starter here, Jordan Lyles, will give up some runs as well. So we're going to go over the total of 9.5 here with this Orioles and KC game here. And this one will have a start time of 8 Eastern Time over on MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com. Top units produced for Major League Baseball this year over at Tony'sPicks.com. I have a 3-pack right now for you for Major League Baseball. You can get on board with that. Of course, you could use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off. I also have long-term passes, 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass to get you all of my premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go over to my handicapper page and you make that purchase. You can, and of course, the promo code TonyT saves you 20% off all premium pick packages. You can access my page by clicking the link in the description. You can also look the all cappers tab. You'll find my page there and get signed up. But don't forget to use the promo code there at Tony'sPicks.com. All right. Guys, I just want to look here. I was looking at one of the comments here we got here from John Stewart. Thank you live for this. I live for betting fights. Cooking up something special for pay-per-view this week. I'll be sure to let you know. All right, our man John Stewart there here on the chat here at our Tony'sPicks.com chat room, guys. You can always chime in with your comments if you like on our channel. Of course, we did get one, as I said, from John Stewart regarding his fights. He's a big fan of the fights there, so we appreciate that contribution from John. All right, let's continue on here with our show. I'm going to go ahead and do the recap right now. Let's recap our picks from today. We had Mindy. Mindy started us off here with the Angels money line minus 120 against the Red Sox. We also had Dylan. Dylan says Braves run line minus 1.5 runs plus 135 here against the Pirates. Ramon was on the Nationals Marlins over 8.5, and yours truly, Orioles Royals, to go over the total of 9.5 runs. Ramon's play was Nationals Marlins over 8.5 runs. Mine was Orioles Royals over 9.5. All right, that will do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Tony'sPicks.com, and they'll deliver the live free picks here for you here for those games coming up on Friday when you tune in tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew. Wait, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Have yourself a great